Spontaneous. Nothing up my sleeve. Hide the evidence. All right, how about you? Yes, you.
What's your favorite Yu-Gi-Oh card?
It's hard for me to answer that because Yu-Gi-Oh is the enemy to me. Magic! But it's not anymore. But at one time it was. I mean, Yu-Gi-Oh was our competition. And then Funimation made a really, really smart move. They got into anime distribution. And so we started carrying Yu-Gi-Oh! And everybody else too. That's one of the reasons why we're still around, you know? It's a pretty smart move. So Yu-Gi-Oh! Is not the enemy anymore, but I said it was the enemy so many times that I have no favorites. And plus I don't know anything about it. It's about a kid who's got zigzag hair, and it's about... The whole point is like they're trying to find the artist who created it because it's really badly drawn. Is that right? Is that the, what? Friendship and badly drawn anime. It's like, I don't know the whole plot, but I know it has something to do with weird hair. Yeah. And then creating animals when you put them down and then they come out of the zoo and they're, what? It's not animals? It's like okay, my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh card is the giraffe. The steam-powered giraffe card is my favorite. I lay that down and woo, nobody can stop me because I'm singing and dancing and moving in robotic ways. It's awesome. I know nothing of that show. How about you?
About your machine that can travel faster than light.
Oh, crap. I'm gonna have to kill everyone in this room. This is my theory.
If it's going faster than light and you turn your headlights on, does anything happen?
Yes, it does, as a matter of fact. What happens is the light actually proceeds. It goes in front of and behind. It like catches up to it. Because the universe is really just a big circle. Keep that under your hat. Yes?
Speaking of earlier today...
yes, earlier today. You guys remember earlier today? Ah, the memories. You got me coffee. Somebody else bought me some dots. You know, the candy dots. That was nice. That was my mom. At least I called her that, and it's not in a sexual way. What? That's odd. But what was your question?
You happened to mention something that got me really curious.
Oh, bi curious? Was it when I did this? Maybe. Oh, it was when I grabbed that microphone and threw it down there. Was it? Or is this microphone in my face right now? Hypnotized. Hang on. Stop it!
What is it like sleeping with Christopher Sabat?
Ah, that is a good question. It's not as painful as you think it might be. Hardly noise in there, really. No, that's terrible. That's terrible. But we all have to do that to get a job at Funimation. That's just how it works. So, yeah, it's more of a casting love seat. It's like 2 seats long, and luckily I was very thin when I got the part. I don't think we could fit on the couch now, either one of us. But it is actually, you know, as all lovemaking is, it's a joy and it's a miracle. We had a baby together, actually. We gave it away. Well, it was a raffle. It was like a prize at the end. And yes, what is your question?
Okay, if you can pick 3 characters you've done to help you in a bar fight, who would they be?
Okay. I'll tell you one thing. Krillin would be on top of the list. No matter what you people say about him, Krillin would be helping me out in the bar. Krillin is the strongest human being on the planet, and unless we're having a bar fight on some Saiyan planet, what is it? Vegeta. That was the name of the planet, wasn't it? Egotistical bastard. Unless we're having a bar fight on Vegeta, I want Krillin. Even that, you know what? Even if we're having a bar fight on Vegeta, I would still have Krillin, because when Vegeta was around the planet, when it was around, Bardock was one of the biggest badasses around. But I tell you one thing, and I play Bardock too, so this is not biased. Krillin could kick Bardock's ass, right? He did not go far enough, unless you're talking about the OVA where he becomes a Super Saiyan, which is another story, and I hope we get it. And then I would also, who else would I want a bar fight? Apachai, yeah, he'd be good. You guys see Kenichi?
Yeah.
Muay Thai is the art of killing a man. And then I would have Drossel from Black Butler, who would just creepily turn them into puppets. Build them out of silver and gold, silver and gold, silver and gold. Build it out of silver and gold, my fair lady. Thank you. That's part of my audition for Steam Powered Giraffe. So if you could just pass that on, how awesome I sing as a twisted puppet master. A very underrated, but not really. He's only been in 2 episodes and everybody loves him. So that's really overrated in my opinion. He gets too much action.
He's fantastic.
Oh, I wouldn't say that.
He's amazing.
Who has another question? You have a question? Let's hear it. Who would I choose to protect me? None of them could protect me, because none of them did. So none of them make the list. To kill me? I think it would be Alicia. I want Alicia to kill me. With love. Aww. What a way to die! Oh my God, she's so adorable. Hey Roy, listen, it's Hughs. How you doing, buddy? Listen, I was thinking about you the other day. I was out on the beach with my daughter Alicia, and I was taking pictures of her. Now she was in a bikini, and I know she's a little young for a bikini, but oh my God, she was so adorable. Now listen, buddy. If you got yourself a wife, you can have kids of your own. If you have kids of your own, you can take pictures of your kids, and then we can exchange pictures. It'd be like trading cards. Get yourself a wife. Click. Listen to this. It's awesome. You were great. Any other questions? Someone who has not asked a question. Yes, you. I don't know if you've asked a question or not, but okay. Freaking phone. Well, not exactly Alicia, but my own personal Alicia, because I know, right? My daughter, Savannah. When I was cast as Maes Hughs, that was actually typecasting. It really was. Probably the only role I was ever typecast in. There was a line, sorry, but I have a wife and daughter to go home to. Remember? Yeah. Well, that line was also in the audition. And after I did the audition, Colleen Klinkenbeard, who was holding the audition, said, hey, we're all going to go out for drinks after the audition today. Would you like to come? And I said, sorry, but I have a wife and daughter to go home to. And I was laughing, haha. Well, left, as soon as I closed the door, she went, oh my God, he is Hughs. Cast. So yeah, I do have pictures of my daughter, Savannah, and my phone.
Pass it around.
Pass my smartphone around?
Yes.
I'll let you guys touch this. Find out all my secrets.
Oh, you're pretty smart.
See all the naked pictures of myself in here? It's just for my use. I don't pass them around. I don't even show my wife. Because she would laugh. And it's very damaging to my self-esteem. When my wife laughs at my naked pictures of myself, she doesn't get to see them anymore. Not even the autographed ones. To my loving wife. Sonny. It's really long. Signature. Strait. What's your question? Didn't have time, he died too quickly. But yeah, I mentioned at the last panel, I'm a theater performer. That's where I come from, the theater. And a lot of us theater nerds who are really into the art of theater, if we get into play, we will answer the questions that aren't answered in the play about that character. We'll like write a backstory, a history for them, if you will. And for Hughs, I did not have time to do that one, but for Krillin, I'm still doing Krillin. So, you know, I had time to think about this. So here's Krillin's backstory. Now you know Krillin. Krillin was a little kid when he got on the show on Dragon Ball, right? So we know a lot about him. We know he came from this temple that was like Shaolin monks, right? It's their, I don't know what they're called in that world, even if they have a name, but they're like Shaolin monks because they have the dots on their head and stuff. So here's my story. Popeye the Sailor was sailing across the Asian coastline, and he stopped in a port and knocked up a lovely village girl. In her shame, she had the child and sent it to the Shaolin temple and left it there for them to raise it. Now that fills in all the gaps for Krillin. He explains why he talks like this, why he sounds like Popeye on helium, why he's so short, and it also suggests that if he would ever just eat a can of spinach, he could go Super Saiyan even though he's human. That's Krillin's backstory. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes. Oh, you asked a question. Have you asked a question yet?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Go
What
ahead.
is C?
What?
C.
C?
The money one.
What did he say?
With Japan's economy.
You were in there. You were
I was in control, yes. I played Takadazaki. Yeah.
What was your opinion of that series?
What was what?
Your opinion.
My opinion of him?
Of the entire series.
Oh, I liked it. Did you like it?
Of course.
No. He didn't like it. I liked it because I got to play like a drug addict. It was cool. Well, he wasn't really, he was like addicted to the game, but he still sounded kind of like a drug addict, you know? It was awesome. I don't know this from personal experience, but what's your question? Yes.
Okay, I apologize if someone asked you this already.
No, that's all right. You apologize before the question is asked? Oh, because you just got in?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What are you excited for the Lupin the Third live action movie?
I guess. I haven't seen anything that thrill me yet. I mean, he doesn't even have sideburns, right?
What?
I know, it's Lupin the Third with no sideburns. He does he even wear a suit?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he wears a suit. He wears like, I think, the red suit.
Oh, the red suit?
Yeah.
But come on, man. It's Lupin. It's so, okay. It'll probably be good.
The animated movie has him still in the green suit, so.
Nice. I hope we pick up more of the animation. I really do. I love doing Lupin. All right, yes.
How do you feel about the absence of Krillin and Dragon Ball Evolution?
Yeah.
I think Krillin looked at the script and went home. That reminds me of that rap, Superman versus Goku. Whoa! Look at those paintings. Whoa! Look at the camel toe. I report to Lois Lane and Superman that defeat me with heat beams, you crazy. Because I'm a Super Saiyan, you're a flying Miss Daisy. I sorry, I like that. I do like it. Epic Rick Battles of Do you have any more questions? No? Yes? In the back. Yes.
Awesome. So across all the series you've done, either technically speaking or from an emotional standpoint, what do you think was your hardest scene to do?
Hardest scene to do?
Yeah. Either from a
It was actually Usopp. Definitely the hardest scene was when he's all broken and depressed, and it's because he was too weak, you know, and he knows that he's the weakest link of the crew, and so he's humiliated, he's crying, and that was the hardest one to do, and also my favorite one to do. Anything that challenged me like that, I really love, and that was a really good scene. And then he becomes a superhero, which is awesome. Do you guys know how he was trending when they played that on Cartoon Network over the night before Father's Day? It's Sunday morning on Father's Day. He's trending right behind Happy Father's Day, second place. People love that song, and I love doing it. And I wanted to do it like 5 years beforehand. I knew all about it. I was like, oh, when do I get to do this? But yeah, that was my favorite and hardest scene to do. Yes. I played the Psychos in Borderlands 2, in case you didn't know that. Meat bicycles! I love doing that. I got the more insane and twisted I got, the more they encouraged me to go further. So I just kept getting to dark, dark places, and it was so fun. That's a fun show to do. What's your favorite line? Bring on the orgy! Yeah! Well, we'll stop at that, because orgy is not too unkid friendly. And we have some people under the age of 16 in here, I think. I can hear the soy sauce. What's your question?
What do you think of there?
A dare? No. gonna take a dare. You know why I won't take a dare? Because I'm a man of honor. And if I took a dare, I would do the dare.
Do it!
And I will not whip my penis out. All right, what is it?
I dare you to speak like Maes used for the rest of the convention.
Like Maes used for the rest of the convention, like this? And sometimes like this, when he was deadly serious. That's the dare?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So I don't have to do my impressions of any other character I do, right? Okay, let's just keep going then.
Do Maes use his impressions of
No? Okay, I'm sorry, you're outvoted. Cuso, yeah, that's a hard voice to do though. No, Cuso, that's this. That's really like this. Yes. Even, yeah, you're right. His fight scenes are this. If that. And that's a really hard day for him. The great thing about Hughs from Samurai 7 is everybody remembers him. He's on the cover of one of the box series, you know, because he's a cool, badass character, and he is so easy to do. I mean, he had so few lines, but everybody watched him. Yeah. Any other questions? Yeah.
What tips do you have for someone interested in getting into voice acting?
If you're interested in getting to voice acting and you ask what's your theory on the end of the world, it's the end of the world as we know it now. My God, when I fly home to Texas and I see all these patches everywhere that are fracking areas, they're fracking all over Texas. You guys know this? It is like, it's like checkerboard of this white patches all over the place. Just every half mile they dug up another hole, and it's polluted, it's horrible. So to me the end of the world's already here until I move out of that state, which is what I'm planning to do next year. What was your question? Oh, how do you get into voice acting? It's a really good question. And I'll tell you this, I always have to give credit to Eric Vale when that question is asked, because Eric Vale, voice of Trunks and America, and what? Yeah, and others. And Sanji. Oh God, he's great, Sanji. He was on a panel with me and like 12 other voice actors. So there's 14 voice actors, mighty panel of voice actors. You've heard of every one of them. And then someone asked that same question, and he said, how many people on this panel set out to be anime voice actors? None of us raised our hands. Then he said, how many of you set out to be actors? All of us raised our hands. That's a very important distinction. You want to be a voice actor, you really should want to be an actor. Because as an actor, your job is going to be auditioning. That's going to be taking up a lot of your time. And occasionally you'll get work. And if you're limiting yourself to just voice acting, or worse, you're limiting yourself to just anime voice acting, you're gonna go hungry. So, or you're gonna have a part-time job that you hate while you're getting your acting work. So I recommend getting into theater. If you're in high school or college, take theater classes. If you are not, go to community theaters. Every town has a community theater. Get involved, because our best actors, in my opinion, come from the stage. So get stage experience. And the reason I say this is because when you perform in front of an audience, you get a sense of timing. You get an understanding of what makes people laugh and what makes people cry. And after you do that for about 10 years, it becomes second nature. So when you're in the booth, you know how to deliver this line well, even though you don't have an audience. And that's very important. So that's what I recommend.
And acting science brought up a good point that we shouldn't be called voice actors. We're more like professional auditioners.
It's true.
That's an exercise.
Every actor is a professional auditioner.
Okay.
Well, the first job as an actor is called waiter. Yeah, and then you move up to professional auditioner. Yeah, and that's where you start out. And also I recommend taking singing lessons, even if you know you can't sing and never will be able to sing. The things that they teach you in singing lessons will stretch your voice in ways that most people cannot do, and that puts you ahead of everybody else. Yes. Bring it up here. Friends, it's a special time in a young man's life when he gets his katana blessed. And Neil, son. What is your name?
It's Michael Nicola.
Michael?
Michael.
Michael, I hereby bless the sword and the head and the shoulders of you and your sword. Go forth and Kamehameha. you notice in that performance, I went through several different accents. I was not focused at all. I give myself a B. How about you in the back with the red light in my face? Yeah. Oh, she has a question.
It's her birthday.
Oh, it's your birthday. Come up here. Let me see. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Harley. Happy birthday to you. Now go sit down. I was just auditioning for Steam Power Giraffe again. I just wanted to have another chance to sing. And then, no, I'm sorry. Happy birthday. Oh, that's your question? Thank you, Harley. Get your motor running. Head out on the highway, yeah. I did some, yeah. Yeah. Some, yeah. Although there's some really awesome twisted lines in there, mostly written by the guys who did the game. But they encourage it. If you think of something funny to say, yeah, use that, you know. And that happens a lot, especially like in anime recording too, because some of us have been doing this for so many years. I've written many episodes of anime, so I can improvise to mouth flaps a lot of times. So, yeah. Yeah.
I have this free hug sign. It's been signed by 3 voice actors. Would you like to collab these?
Well, who signed it?
Chuck Huber, Casey Black, Todd Harrison.
No, not those hacks. I will not be saying that. No, I have standards. No, bring it over here. I'll sign it. I think I have a marker. Yeah, I do. Exactly. That's what you need to know if you're a voice actor. Always be prepared. They even drew on it.
No, I drew on it.
Oh, what's your favorite character I do a voice of?
Huh? That you do a voice of?
Yeah.
Maes.
Maes Hughs. I'm drawing Maes Hughs for you. He's got his beard and his ears, and there's his hair. He's got that weird little hair that sticks straight way out there. And then he's got a picture of his daughter, Alicia. And he's kissing because he's a freak. Top that, other voice actors. Oh, this is mine. You have to pay me. Oh. Take it. Take it. Any other questions? Yes, you. Okay, question. Wait, no, comment. Comment.
About the backstory. Where to do a backstory for Maes, maybe they turn it into an anime.
If I was going to do a backstory for that, I would probably have him and Roy meet like in the war together, you know, and become war buddies and stuff like that. And like, oh, has that been done in an OVA? Okay, that would be the backstory. Now, what was your question?
Even though they are the same person, if Usopp wasn't able to fight against Sniper King, who do you think would win?
Ooh, if Usopp could fight Sniper King? I don't want to give away too much. They actually do kind of have a bit of a confrontation, so... yeah, kind of, yeah. So, I'm not going to say anything. Next question. Sorry, your question goes to 9. Yes, you.
Why do you think Armstrong takes off his shirt regarding combat?
Because it looks good? What the hell, man? Yes! What's your question? Yeah, and it's usually like Lupin and also Maes Hughs. Because they're very similar, and they both kind of, although Lupin sounds a little more smarmy than Maes Hughs does, right? But they're close enough to my own voice that if I do it all day long, it sort of sticks. That's why I don't want to go with your dare. But I would come home from work sometimes, and I'd be like, "Hi, honey, how you doing?" And she's like, "Lupin today?" How do you? Oh, right. How do I talk? This is me. Hi. So yeah, it does stick with you sometimes. Krillin does not, because you don't want to do this all day long, right? Or Usopp. Yes. Yeah.
Which
Would you ever cosplay any of the characters that you voice?
Sure, why not? Probably Mizuzu from Moreland High School, the drag queen who's like, I'm giving you all refresher points. That'd be a fun one to do. If somebody wants to make me that costume, I'd wear it.
I'll make it for you. I'll do it.
All right, cool. Make it for me. I'm a size very big. How about you in the back?
You mentioned the Sniper King song earlier. Would you
Yeah.
mind singing that for us?
Oh, the wind carries my name. Oh, you guys got to do this. Clap, 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 clap. Ba-bum, ba-bum. Ba-bum, ba-bum. The wind carries my name to Sniper Island far away. When I took aim, it's straight and true. Loo-loo-la-la-loo. Whether you're a man or a mouse, lock on. I will put your heart in my sights and lock on! No one knows what secret hide behind this mask on my gaze. Loo-loo-loo, loo-loo-la-la, there is no escape. Wow! Sniper, 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 sniper. I think that's it. The Sniper King aims true. Ba-dum-bum-bum. How did I get up here? Mama? Mama? How do I get down? Any other questions? Yes, you.
Me?
Yeah, somebody over there.
How does it feel not being the new Tom on Tunami?
Oh, Tunami Tom, that's so sad. And you know, and there were a lot of rumors about what happened with that. I played Tunami Tom in the first season and a half, and then they killed him off. And the reason for this was because at the time I was recording in Dallas and they were in Atlanta. Now this is back in, I think, '98, before the internet was the badass thing that it is now. And so what they had to do was what was called a digital patch system, where I could hear a direct line to the director in my headphones while I recorded, so we could do it live. And it took an hour to set this up at a local studio. Well, the local studio was really good about it for the first few months, and then they got lazy, and they put up this guy who wasn't working there before, and he would wait till I showed up. And so me and the director were sitting there for an hour waiting for him to finish setting up. And so it ended up costing me the job because they're like, we can't keep doing this. They were paying me $400 an hour.
Oh, wow.
Right, so I hated that guy at the local studio for a long time for costing me that job. But yeah, that's what happened. Now the cool thing is, Steve Bloom took that part over, right?
Yeah!
And he's awesome. And I will tell you this, the first time I heard his voice, I thought, I don't remember recording that. Because he sounded so much like me. And the original Tunami Tom was just basically my own voice. So it was just, somebody's imitating me. That's pretty good. And anybody can do an imitation of me in this room? Because I like to hear it, no? Okay, see, it's hard. And since then, he's made it more his own. But at the time, they had asked him to try to sound as close like me as possible. So, and he was really dead on, so it was pretty amazing. But, oh God, what a job to lose. That was so cool. Talking to America, raising kids, teaching them about courage, and being their own person. It was awesome. He used to talk a lot. Any other questions? Yes. Yes, Blondie, what's your question?
Oh, if you could voice any of the homunculi, who would it be? Besides any...
Probably Gluttony, yeah. Gluttony? Yeah, it was Gluttony. I probably breathe a lot. He's so fat. It's like, he's gotta eat a lot. He probably sounded a lot like Yajirobe. Oh my God, that reminds me. Mike McFarland, who played Yajirobe, is my favorite part he's done. And he's done a lot of cool parts. But Yajirobe was like this, eh? And like he would add what he called a fat lib after every line, which was just this. So he's like, "Hey, you guys, wait up for me." He called him fat libs. Really, that guy cracks me up more than anyone else at Funimation. And when he directs One Piece, it's amazing. Any other questions? Yes.
How many refresher points do you think your top 3 favorite characters would get?
My top 3 favorite characters would get? Oh, they would win. They don't get all the refresher points. I mean, by God, they're amazing. Except for Hughs. Because he's dead. It'd be a waste of points. I know it's not fair. Okay, we'll give him post. That's all right. They did give him a promotion post-mortem.
Wow.
So we might as well give him refresher points too. Okay, Hughs, 10 refresher points for you. Yes. This is the day that I die. I have no reason why, but I'm going to my death, and I'm going to my last breath, and this is the end for me. No more pictures of my daughter. No more calling my friend Roy on the phone. I'm so alone, and I'm
Stop! No!
going, gone. But I'm back from outer space. I can't. Sorry. A very strange musical, and I was in charge of writing it. That's why they never approached me, I think. Yes. I'm sorry, you know, these people are leaving because of the singing, and it's really bad. And I'm not apologizing for me, I'm apologizing for my singing coach. She was terrible. No, I know you gotta go. It's a busy con. And I do this every time somebody leaves a room. I don't do that when they enter the room in the middle of the panel. How many people came into the middle of the panel? Raise your hand. Woo! Woo! There's a free seat over here. Actually, I think we're almost out of time. How long is this panel supposed to go on?
Forever.
2 hours, 3 hours?
We're
What?
taking you home with
Till
us.
10 p.m.?
We're keeping you. Sorry.
I think it's over at 7.
No.
7 a.m.? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to take one more question from someone who has not asked a question. Who? You haven't asked a question? You asked a question. Who? You. Okay, what is your question? Is it a good question? There's a lot of pressure now.
Has there ever been a character that you wanted to voice or an anime that you wanted to direct but never got the chance to? Any character?
Terrible question. Do we have another question? No. Yes, Sergeant Frog. I really wanted a main character in Sergeant Frog. That was the only, every time I've auditioned, I've been very lucky I got the parts I really wanted, except for Sergeant Frog. That frickin' Sergeant Frog. Now with that question answered, I must say this is over. Thank you so much for coming out, guys.